Hey guys, yeah, I'm back. I'm on the GS and I'm taking a short trip, as always. Yeah, I just want to talk about the GS today because I'm tired of talking about myself. Well, maybe it's a little bit about myself, but whatever. So I'm on Grasshopper Road. I don't see any grasshoppers. But yeah, just a short. I'm going to another lake, Harris Lake. Got a nice nuclear plant on the lake. I like nuclear. Nuclear is good. I don't even know if I say it right. You know, there's two ways of saying nuclear. It's nuclear or nuclear. I think the proper pronunciation, which I butcher the language so badly, it's hard for me to get the right word out, but I think it's nuclear. Not nuclear, it's nuclear. That's how it's spelled. Anyway, you guys can correct me. So yeah, I'm on Grasshopper Road, heading to Harris Lake, and I want to talk about the GS as being a boring ride, possibly slow, old man's bike. I know they're the number one selling adventure bike, maybe a number one selling bike. It's just a popular bike. And I know there's the people that stereotype us that, you know, we dress a certain way. As you guys can see, I don't dress. I dress like I belong on a naked retro bike or something like that. I don't really like the adventure jackets and pants. I don't like the way they look. They just look like too much like a uniform, and I don't like the uniform look. And you know, the first thing I hear, it's such a comfortable bike. It's such a smooth bike on the road. But does that make it a bad bike? I don't see how it makes it a bad bike. I want comfort, I want smoothness, but I want performance and I want handling. And this bike does all those things. It's not boring at all. I mean, I hear it all the time. Take the wheelie control off. I've said this a million times. Take the wheelie control off and just crank the throttle. Don't clutch up or anything. Just twist that throttle as hard as you can in first gear, and you tell me how boring this bike is. I just want to see somebody do that. I'm not a big wheel standing guy. I can't say that I'm proficient at it. I have the wheelie control on. It comes up 1.5 feet or something, and then boom, because I like pure acceleration. Wheelies are, I guess if I was good at it, I'd do it all the time, but they don't do anything for me. I find this bike to be perfect in almost every way. The seat is perfect for me. The bars are perfect for me. Everything is just ergonomically perfect for me. And I'm not saying it's perfect for everybody. If you're a 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", you know, 250, 300 pounds, it may not be the right bike for you. I'm 160. I'm a little guy, 165, 5'11"-ish, 5'10"-ish, whatever. I think it's a perfect bike for me, and I think it's sporty. Anyway, so what do you all think? I don't know where the fuck I am. Pardon my language, guys. I'm trying to take back roads. I don't feel like going, you know, main routes, you know, 4-lane roads. I just want to go back roads and roads I haven't been on. But yeah, we'll continue more of this. I'm just trying to think of different things and of why people stereotype this bike so much. And granted, it's an expensive bike, but KTM is expensive. So my GS cost me, I got a break on it, cost me $19,300, and it's typical of the year 2020. The KTM would have been about $18,000, roughly about $18,000. And the Multistrada would have been about $23,000 for the model I want. I mean, I'm not looking for the big adventure one. I just want the kind of the, you know, I don't need the big fuel tank or anything like that. I wanted something that was, I just thought the adventure is just a little bit too bulbous for me. I guess it's got more wind protection, but the tank was just so huge. And so, yeah, so if you like get a similar bike like a KTM and a Multistrada, but not like the top of the line stuff. The Multistrada is the most expensive, then it's the GS. So yeah, they're expensive bikes all around. And is that the reason why they're called old man's bikes? Because old men can afford them more than young men? I don't know. Yeah, so what does the GS mean to you? Is it stereotyped? Is it nice? Is it stereotype correct? All of us just wear the gear. We keep our bikes nice and clean. Most of us never go off-road with it. We go to Starbucks. I'm not a coffee drinker. I've never been to Starbucks. So is that what we're doing? It's like an SUV. Most of the people are 4x4s. Most people never take them off-road. Oh, what is this gentleman doing in the middle of the road? Oh, he's just doing a little surveying. And yeah. So is it true? Am I just an anomaly that I just happen to like this bike? I think I've said this many times, and I'm going to repeat myself. When I went to buy, I was looking for a new bike. I just didn't know what I wanted. And was I going for this bike? Absolutely not. Did I have the allure of going off-road and adventure with all the gear and the big bags and all this equipment? No, I'm not making fun of those people. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm totally for it. But I'm not. I'm a sporty guy that likes to drive, aggressively, sporty, and but I also want comfort. And to me, this bike just fit the bill. Yeah. So I don't think I fit into the mold, and I think I go against it, and maybe that might, piss some people off, or think I'm just a Yahoo. I don't belong on this type of bike. I should have an RT, but I don't like the RT. As far as the performance of the RT is probably great, and if I would have rode one, I probably would have maybe bought one, because they handle really well, but they're just big as far as with all that fairing. I don't want all that fairing. I want that minimalist look, like I've said 100 times. So, yeah, if you're a GS owner, do you like the adventure, you like all that stuff, and that's fine, that's good, but it's just not me. And so I think what I'm trying to say is the bike can pretty much be anything you want it to be, within limits. I mean, some bikes are just going to be boring, I understand that, but the GS is not. It's not slow, it's not boring, it's comfortable, it's sporty handling. It does everything. And again, I'm not saying other bikes don't do this. I'm just pointing out what the GS stereotype is. It's another warm day. It's 89 degrees. It's 10:30. It's a Friday. I think it's the 5th of August. I could be wrong. So I don't have a problem timelining my videos. Some people don't like to tell the dates and times what they're doing things, but I don't care. The only thing you guys don't get to see is my face, and believe you don't want to see my face. So as we get closer to Lake Harris, and I'm asking for your opinions on the GS and why it appeals to why it appeals to a certain clientele. I can tell you why it appeals to me. I guess I've already said why it appeals to me. Because of its comfort, its handling, its performance, it's the whole... I think I passed this lake yesterday. Yeah, that's Lake Wheeler. Yeah, I guess they're all close to each other. There's another 20 miles to go before I get to Lake Harris, or Harris Lake, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so I just think I'm probably not the normal guy that would buy this bike, because I didn't do a lot of research on this bike before I bought it. I was just blown away by how it performed. So, and I guess a lot of people that buy these bikes have done a lot more research and are looking for that adventure. And I think some people think an adventure bike means that you have to go off-road. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with that, but I think an adventure bike is just any bike you can take on an adventure, like any bike you can tour with. It's how much you want to put up with it. Like, are you going to tour with a sport bike all leaned over? I guess if you're 20 years old, probably wouldn't be a problem. Throw on your backpack and you're good. But me, I want it all. I'm an old dude, so I guess I want comfort, but I also want performance. And all these things are positive, and and then I work on my bike. Now, if you're a GS owner, I guess 90% of maybe I'm pushing it a little bit, maybe 80%, 75% of the GS owners do not work on their own bikes. So I'll give you guys that. I do. So, I just can't see myself not working on any bike I own. To me, it would be sacrilegious not to work on my bike, not to take it apart. I remember when I was a little kid, I lived in an apartment building in New York, and I would bring up carburetors and all kinds of engine pieces, and my mom would yell at me and say, "Kenny, get that engine out of the house. It smells like gas. It stinks." I said, "Mom, it's not an engine, it's a carburetor." I said, "I don't care, get it out." So you're always taking things apart and you're never putting them back together. I thought that was funny, my mom. So yeah, I just like working on stuff. I like to know what makes things tick, and eventually I learned how to put stuff back together. But yeah, that was a funny story. Things like that just make me laugh to myself as I try to get it in gear. As I ride my boring bike. Oh, it looks like, what have we got here? Goats, little goats. I don't know if you guys picked that up. There's a bunch of little goats there. They had little horns on them too. Yeah, so as I babble on about who owns a GS, why do people think it's a boring bike, it's not fun, or it's fun but it's boring, it's not as fast, blah 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 blah. You know, I needed something to talk about, so that's what I'm talking about. I'm rambling on about, I think the bike is what you make it to be, most bikes, and this bike is super fun. I'm okay with this bike, that if I want to get sporty. Now I know a lot of guys that buy this bike are not into that, they just like the cruise, but I like the feeling of speed. I like to go into a turn and lean it over as hard as I can. I mean, that's just what I like. So, and some of you guys may not. So I think, getting back to it again, I'm not the norm for this bike, yet this bike fits me perfect. So it's hard to tell what kind of bike it is from now. It could be an adventure bike. It's definitely got a... He's sitting straight up, and why can't I tell what it is? And so... There goes an old BMW. Nice. That was cool. That was an old BMW. I think an 800. I don't know. So, come on, light. Okay, so... We'll put it in neutral. We'll just have to wait and see. So it's it's a nice bike. Nice. Another BMW. Two BMWs. That was a 1200, R1200, R1200R. I don't think it was an RS because the RS has the big fairing. So that was an R. So he had, but he was on his. So two Beamers, one old and one fairly new. That was pretty cool. And I'm on my bike. They're on their bike. So yeah, and then it's funny, the other day, you know, I didn't have my camera with me, and I'm riding around, I run some errands, and I see this road that comes off the main road, and it's just like, it's got like, it's dirt, rocky a little bit, and it goes into like a little river. No, it's not a short, it's a short run, let me take it. And I wish I had my camera on, because oh, this is a nice turny turn, and I can't even do anything because it is slow. What's potato chips? Yeah, so I go down this dirt road, and I say, oh, this is not good. And it got really bumpy, really rocky, soft dirt, and you know, I don't have the proper tires. And I said, oh, this is not going to be good. And I wish I had my camera with it because I didn't think I was going to be able to turn it around. So I had to get off the bike. I'm riding it, and it looked real sketchy. Now I don't know if you guys ever heard of the movie Deliverance. It's not really a good movie as far as being stuck in the wilderness and what happens to the guys that went camping. Well, whatever. So look it up, guys. Deliverance. It's not. All I can say is there's one line I'll never forget, and it's squeal like a pig. So look it up and put that line in, and you'll get my gist on that. Anyway, it was a little sketchy in there. There was garbage everywhere. Surprise in North Carolina. There was an underpass. It was like, not an underpass, where the river went under, and it looked like people were just like living there or camping there. It just looked sketchy, and I just couldn't wait to get out of there. And I wish I had my camera, but I made it out. I got the bike turned around, went up the rocky roads, soft dirt, and it didn't drop. So that was good. All right, guys. All right, we're about, I don't know, 3 miles to go. Not bad. Nice little back road. Oh, these roads are nice around here. Been to this place in a while. This is where I met Zach. back. He took me off-road through some trails and little bumpy dirts. And it was fun. Oh, sport bike. Looked like a Ducati. Ooh, I ran over wasn't watching, I just ran over an animal. Well, he was already dead, guys, so maybe I'll pick that up on the camera when I play it back. Oh, yeah. I think we got a left coming up here. Yeah, these are the kind of roads I like. Nice sweeping turns. And a stop sign. And a stop sign. It's a four-wayer? Yeah. No outlet. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, this is also a windy road, from what I remember. Yeah, he took me off-road, Zach, and haven't heard from him in a while. I'm sure he's busy, you know. I mean, I've said it 100 times. I work at home. Not a big deal. A couple hours, and I can hit the road. I don't have to stay home. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to go off-road around here. I think I just want to hang out at the lake for a while. Debris on the road. Why they can't say this is not boring, folks. This is not boring. At all, folks. Maybe it is to some, I don't know. Not to me. So yeah, if I kept going straight, that was a nice run. If I kept going straight, I would have I'd go into this trail that he took me in, but I don't want to go in there. I'm a wuss. Probably all dried up anyway, but I want to hang out at the lake. I know there's a whatchamacallit over here. I want to go into the shade. A little bit of a shade anyway. So we're on a deck. I just want to show you how big this Harris Lake is, Lake Harris. And there it is. There's the nuclear power plant. Wow. I feel like I'm floating. I almost got dizzy for a second. Just appear. Okay. I used to be deadly afraid of these things when I was a kid. I don't know why. Let me just pan here real quick and I'll show you. As you can see, it's got hinges and stuff, and when the water rises, you know, the deck rises with it. I don't know why that scared me when I was a kid, but it did. So I just do a slow pan. Harris Lake, North Carolina. Alright guys, it's time to leave Lake Harris. Harris Lake, this windy road right here. Sport mode, more dynamic mode, folks. I'm just in road mode, and it just handles fine. Some people say it's too bouncy, but I don't. I find it compliant. The wheel sticks to the road. What the tail of the Dragon is, but sharper turns. I guess I could go through here faster, but I'm at my skill level, folks. Comfort level, maybe that's more like it. Old boat. Yeah, it's like something with the axle or something like that. I hate to see that. Oh yeah, we're at another lake, I guess, or a park. I figure what the hell. Let me just turn into the park. See what it's like. Got to explore. Got to explore. Nice homes around here. Smells nice around here. Why does it smell so nice? I don't know. Logan's Manor. Maybe there's trees with flowers around. I don't see any here, but it does smell nice. Okay. So it's just a crazy looking park, but we'll ride through here. Yeah. Nice. Just a little park. So I'll get a drink of water. And we're here. So I'm just going to take a drink of water. And that's it. It's a nice little... Yeah, it is a nice place too. But it's small. And I'm just going to get a drink of water, folks. And then I'll be heading home. Hey folks, I had to pull over at the Sheets. No, not the Shits, the Sheets. It's a fuel station, gas station, convenience store, food. Sheets. Yeah, I had to pull over because my camera died. I think it was so bored that it shut itself off because it couldn't take it anymore. And it shut itself off, so we're back on and recording. Alright guys, I guess that's it for now. If something crazy comes along, I'll keep the camera close by and we'll pop it back on. And I guess that's it. And it's like, again, thanks thanks for tagging along, and I'm gonna try to make this video work. Hopefully it will. Ooh, here's a crazy turn. Yeah. Alright guys.